Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafaru.
Let's hear it from the brand builders, brand enthusiasts, brand promoters, and brand heroes. The 2022 edition of Marketing Edge Awards and Marketing Summit honors outstanding marketing professionals at a 2-in-1 epoch-making event, which holds on Friday, September 16th, 2022. Guest speakers at the Marketing Summit, Mrs. Tolulope Adedeji, Marketing Director and Board Member, AB InBev West Africa, and Mr. Emeka Okeke, Founder and CEO, Media Fuse Densu. Special guest of honor and keynote speaker at the award night, Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Special guest of honor, Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who will also deliver the opening remarks at the event. Venue, Harbour Point Hall, Victoria Island. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. Attendance is strictly by invitation. Marketing Edge, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is Brand News, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the world.
Now on Brand News. Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ALCON, has announced that under the new law, the regulatory agency is now mandated to register all forms of business affiliations, combinations, and mergers in the advertising industry as part of efforts to enforce ethical practices in the industry. According to the Director General ALCON Olalekan Fadolapo, the new law has mandated the body to register all forms of affiliations and mergers within the industry to ensure that such relationship is in the best interest of the economy as well as aligns with best practices.
If we are doing business combination, if we are doing merger, if we are doing acquisition, if it is a subsidiary investment, is an affiliation or other investment by organization licensed under this act. So advertisement agencies that are going into foreign affiliation must write to ALCON, including all the necessary details, so that we know who is owing what in line with the laws of Nigeria. This happens in other sectors. If you are doing investment and your company is quoted on Security and Exchange Commission, you must avail them all the information when you are going into business combination, merger, and acquisition.
The advertising regulator, who reiterated that the reforms introduced in the industry are geared towards repositioning the industry for growth, urged all stakeholders to support the new initiatives as it will be beneficial to all. In a bid to boost commerce and trade in the country, technology and infrastructural development have been identified as a catalyst for economic growth, as it will encourage the private sector partnership in the attainment of the national economic goals. This was a thrust at the just concluded Information, Communication, Technology and Telecommunications ICTEL Expo, which held at the Mosin Center, Lagos. Speaking on the theme, ensuring efficient digital infrastructure in Nigeria, publisher and CEO of Marketing Edge magazine, leading advertising and marketing publication, Mr. John Ajayi, and Managing Director, Open Access, Ayotunde Koka, harped on the impact of digitization and how innovation is revolutionizing the public and private sector of the country.
Today's business that must achieve productivity, cut rates, minimize loss, and optimize profit, but some necessity is data. Research has revealed that the most obvious space of digital infrastructure is to have a reliable and fit-for-purpose mobile and fixed phone and broadband services. Without this, we will not access the digital services we use every day, like banking, healthcare, entertainment, communicating with family, friends, and abroad.
We have more innovation hubs coming up. Some of the pitches you've been seeing at the events here just demonstrate the kind of innovation we have. I think last year was sort of a year of the unicorns to see, and you know, you don't get unicorns when you don't have entrepreneurs with the right governance, with the right ideas, delivering on the ideas they have.
Commenting on the outcome of the two-day event, Vice President of the Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry and the Director General of the Chamber noted that the event was a great opportunity to encourage the adoption and utilization of technology by startups, entrepreneurs, and the business community in order to enhance operations and economic growth.
We have been able to see that Nigeria has occupied a better position than where we were maybe about 4 years ago. That shows there are things that we have been doing the last few years, not maybe 3-4 years, that are doing rightly. The private sector too, their confidence in Nigeria and our position, even our geographical position in Africa, which vis-a-vis our geographical position for the whole world.
The chamber is interested in boosting the economy, boosting commerce and trade. And to help that happen, we need a digital platform that ensures that commerce and trade will be done efficiently. If that is done, then companies, private sector companies who are able to leverage technology will do better. And if they're doing better, the economy will bloom. So that's what we are looking to encourage, that this kind of platform will then showcase things that will be required to support businesses.
The federal government had announced a target of $40 billion private capital investment in digital infrastructure by 2025 and the facilitation of about $1 billion in private equity. The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations (NIPR) has inducted new fellows at the 2022 annual general meeting held recently at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Speaking at the AGM after the investiture, the NIPR president noted that new fellows of the institute were selected after a rigorous screening exercise of candidates aspiring for the fellowship of the institute by the Fellowship Advisory Committee. Some of the inductees are Comfort Nwankwo, Chairman, NIPR Lagos State Chapter, Marian Sanusi, Chairman, NIPR FCT Chapter, Ruben Walker, Director, Public Affairs, Nigerian Communications Commission, amongst others. Right Foods Limited, a leading fast-moving consumer goods FMCG company, has appointed Olumide Aruleba as head of marketing. Prior to his new appointment, he was the marketing manager at Perfetti Van Mele, where he helped develop marketing strategies in line with the company's goals. In this new role, Aruleba will be in charge of driving marketing strategy for the company, delivering the company's KPIs, and also providing clear leadership in the marketing of media assets through promotion, events, campaigns, partnership, branding, and franchising to monetize media assets. He is an experienced marketing professional and certified advertising practitioner with more than 13 years of track record in marketing, sales, and commercial. Founder of Brands Optimal, Otis Ojekwa, a leading experiential agency in Nigeria, has officially launched a foundation to cater for mental-related issues of individuals by facilitating easy access to healthcare and counseling. Speaking at the official launch and maiden conference of Arogi Trauma Care Foundation, a not-for-profit organization, Otis Ojekwa explains that although people know that they are traumatized, they stay in denial because they believe that somehow someday things will get better. According to him, the foundation will provide the needed healthcare and access to free and quality professional help, which will enable traumatized individuals develop coping mechanisms.
Well, that was brand news. Next is brand in focus after this break.
Let's hear it from the brand builders, brand enthusiasts, brand promoters, and brand heroes. The 2022 edition of Marketing Edge Awards and Marketing Summit honors outstanding marketing professionals at a 2-in-1 epoch-making event, which holds on Friday, September 16th, 2022. Guest speakers at the Marketing Summit, Mrs. Tolulope Adedeji, Marketing Director and Board Member, AB InBev West Africa, and Mr. Emeka Okeke, Founder and CEO, Media Fuse Densu. Special guest of honor and keynote speaker at the award night, Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Special guest of honor, Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who will also deliver the opening remarks at the event. Venue, Harbour Point Hall, Victoria Island. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. Attendance is strictly by invitation. Marketing Edge, promoting the brand idea.
Now on branding focus. Brand positioning as it applies to destinations involves complexities in its conceptualization and practical features, which suggest that the design and implementation of brand positioning strategies are not trivial. However, despite the many complexities involved, brand positioning can be operationalized as a contextualization of the destination considering the external conditions from the socioeconomic environment and technology development perspective, which then affects the atmosphere. For Lagos, the question on many experts' lips is what are the critical destination brand and marketing challenges facing the megacity of over 20 million people due to the increase twofold by 2050, according to some predictions? At the continental level, a recent report from the Population Reference Bureau predicted that by 2050, 3 of the 10 most populous nations globally will be African, with Nigeria at number 4. The country's population, the report said, will skyrocket to 397 million. To put this figure in context, by the middle century, Nigeria's population would be larger than Central Africans in its entirety. The population boom will impact the whole country, but nowhere will it be more profound than in Lagos. Lagos State as a brand is so many things to many people, depending on which perspective they look at it. The city can be described as one big elephant, depending on which angle the observer looks at it. It's one big brand that is all-encompassing compared to other mega cities in the world. THEMES is an acronym for Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Executive Governor of Lagos State Administration's 6th Strategic Development Agenda, namely traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education, and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment, and tourism security and governance. The theme agenda is designed to address the multimodal transportation system deficit and reduce the city's dependence on fossil fuels as its primary sources of energy, enabling the development of viable industries and local production. The state, in its efforts to be a 21st century megacity economy, is strategically leveraging tourism to build its equity as a business hub of the nation's economy. To bridge the enormous physical and socio-economic gaps of the city, Mr. Sanwo-Olu's government has been working on the most critical challenges common to all its inhabitants, including energy, water, and transportation. A smart megacity requires a smart population, and education is one area set to become a potential crunch point in the Lagos megacity project. Through these improvements, the system would not only meet the needs of Lagos, but has the potential to empower the entire national and other African economies, positioning Lagos as a future continental market leader. The state government's current initiatives on its Lagos Rail Mass Transit, Blue Line, and Rail Lines are major indicators of the state's commitment to smart city brand positioning and other well-articulated infrastructural renewal, both in roads and housing projects. These and several projects initiatives are symptomatic to postmodern nation takeaways.
But that was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we have interactions with men and women who have made great impact in the business of brand management. But this week we have with us the CEO of Spectranet, the foremost internet service provider in Nigeria. After this break.
Let's hear it from the brand builders, brand enthusiasts, brand promoters, and brand heroes. The 2022 edition of Marketing Edge Awards and Marketing Summit honors outstanding marketing professionals at a 2-in-1 epoch-making event, which holds on Friday, September 16th, 2022. Guest speakers at the Marketing Summit, Mrs. Tolulope Adedeji, Marketing Director and Board Member, AB InBev West Africa, and Mr. Emeka Okeke, Founder and CEO, Media Fuse Densu. Special guest of honor and keynote speaker at the award night, Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Special guest of honor, Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who will also deliver the opening remarks at the event. Venue, Harbour Point Hall, Victoria Island. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. Attendance is strictly by invitation. Marketing Edge, promoting the brand idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have interactions with distinguished men and women who have made great impact in the business of brand management. Well, today we have with us the CEO of Spectranet, Mr. Aja Awashti. You're welcome to Industry Conversation.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
The pleasure is all mine. Well, I must say congratulations to you for your recent innovation, which is the White Tech, and it's recently debuted in the Nigerian market. Can you tell us more about this technology?
So this is offering from Spectranet, which is a little unique for Nigeria. It's the first time this kind of product is being launched here. This is basically what we call as a fixed wireless phone, which is a router and it also is a phone. So, and it's powered by a unique technology which is called VoLTE, which is voice over LTE.
Okay, what are the unique, thing to this technology that makes it different from what we've always known in the market?
So, during our market research, we figured out that there's a gap in the market, there's a need in the market where a lot of small and medium enterprises, they rely on mobile phones to set up call-in facilities for their customers. Now the problem with that is if the customer, the person who is handling that phone is not available because of some reason, those calls go waste and you lose those customers basically. Now this is going to be a desk phone, which is going to be stationed at a particular place and there would be a person or a set of persons handling it. So you don't lose customers because that particular person is not available at that place. Okay. So that's the one advantage where you can set in call-in facilities with this phone. And number two is also acts as a router. So it is basically internet modem. So you can offer internet connectivity to the people who are your staff are working along with you there. So in that sense, it's pretty unique.
Okay, tell us the features of this technology.
Okay, so voice over LTE basically is a technology, it's a voice which rides over LTE technology. Now, Spectranet was a pioneer in launching 4G LTE technology in Nigeria. So we are going to the next step right now and we are launching voice apart from data over LTE right now. So this phone basically will give you a 4-hour backup. It's basically a digital phone. It'll give you the voice facility. It will have features like speed dialing facility for kids. So let's say for working parents, if you have kids at home and should they require to get in touch with you, it's very difficult to do so on a mobile phone. But here you can actually set up a speed dial facility, like you can set up a particular button and say Papa or Mama, and they can just by press of one button, they can get in touch with you. So that's those kind of features this phone will provide to the families.
Okay, so who are your consumers, your target consumers, people whom you expecting to take advantage of this technology?
So primarily, as I said, this is the nuclear families, both the parents working and with kids at home, or maybe in some cases, elderly at home who are not very much phone savvy or mobile phone savvy. So for them, it will become a very, very nice tool or a gadget, a go-to gadget, so to speak, to get in touch with people who are outside the home, right? So basically the working parents. The second one is, as I said, is small and medium enterprises, companies like restaurants, advertisement agencies, traders, beauty salons, boutique, etc. They can actually now give an identity to their business because this is a landline phone. Okay, it typically comes with a 7-digit number, so you can actually publish it. And people can call you in on this phone, and I think you don't lose out on calls, as I said earlier. So that's the big thing, and these are the two prime segments on which we will be targeting at this point in time.
Okay, is it available across the country?
So to start with, we are going to launch this particular product in Lagos and in Abuja first, and then we'll have a phased rollout going into Ibadan and Port Harcourt, maybe by end of this quarter.
Okay, are there plans to expand beyond this for?
At this point of time, no. I think these are the 4 major markets for us, and we believe that most of the businesses, for that matter, are small and medium businesses. They're present in these markets. So I think we are going to focus only on these markets at this point in time.
Okay, can you also use the technology, via other network providers?
Yeah. So this phone is not a standalone phone. It's connected to the other operators, so people can call in from anywhere in the world or from anywhere in the country from any other operator, and vice versa for that matter. Similarly, they can call up a person who is on other network actually. So that facility is available there. Yeah. We are all interconnected with other operators now.
Okay, we see that this technology, also has data, service embedded in it. How does this work?
So as I said, this is basically, we call it a magic box because it's exactly, is like a magic box because when a family is sitting, it can provide connectivity for up to 10 devices. So there are 10 people who can, use the Wi-Fi facility which is provided by this router. Also, you can use this for either calling out or calling in, so that's also available there. Plus there are other bells and whistles which come in, like, you have 800 numbers phone book in this, you have quick dial facilities. You also have, very importantly for Nigerian market, it has a 4-hour battery backup on this. So it can run on its own for almost 4 hours. Okay. So that's a great feature which we have because, when you have power cuts and all, it's still live in that sense.
Okay, I see that something that's very unique about this technology is the fact that you can, access data services as well as, do your calls. Can you speak to us about that?
If you look at generally, if you have to, get a router from the market or an internet modem, as you call it, right? And in this case, it simplifies the entire thing. You do not have to have a separate gadget for making voice calls and a separate one for making it as a router or using it as a router. So it combines both the things. So it simplifies life to that extent. Not only that, when you are buying a recharge, you don't have to buy separate recharges for voice and data. It's one single recharge because everything is riding on data here. It's standalone data as well as the voice which is riding on data. So it simplifies life to a greater extent. So I can claim that this product is going to simplify life to a greater extent in that sense.
Okay, I'm curious to know, when did Whitel actually debut?
So it's going to be launched now. As I said, I think this.
Has it been launched elsewhere?
It's not been launched yet. So I think it's going to be launched in the next in a week's time here in the Nigerian market, and that's the first time in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, this gadget, which we call it as a must-have and a go-to gadget for most of the nuclear families and SMEs, is being launched first time in Nigeria.
Okay. So tell us about the subscription, plans. We know we are in Nigeria and people are very cautious about cost,
Right.
As well as, access to seamless services. So what would you say about the subscription plans?
So, we have made it very affordable, right? So, and added with the advantage that you do not have to buy separate data and voice plans. You buy one recharge, let's say for 4,500, you will get X number of GBs in that and Y number of minutes bundled along with that. So, and therefore there are plans which are priced at various intervals like 7,500, 10,000, 13,000, 15,000, goes up to almost about 20,000. Depending upon how much is your usage and how much is your need for calling as well as data, I think you can, and how much you want to really spend, I think you have tailor-made plans for all those here.
Okay, so why is Whitel coming to Nigeria at this time?
As I said, in our market research, we clearly find out that there's a gap in the market. In the Nigerian market, if you just see the penetration of landline or landline is very, very low right now. If I had to conjecture, it would be probably less than 0.5%, right? Whereas the worldwide, if you see, it should be somewhere between 3 to 5% in most of the countries. So it's just very, very low right now, and it's typically because the penetration of FTTX or traditionally we had the landline phones, which was where the signal traveled on copper wires, to now it is on FTTX. The penetration of that is very, very low in Nigeria at this point of time, and therefore most of the businesses are deprived of having a landline phone, right? And that's what we sensed, that's what is a great need in the market, because any business for that matter needs a fixed phone, a fixed landline number, and so that it can get an identity out of that. And that's precisely when we realized, we thought there's an opportunity to launch a product like this.
I must say congratulations to
Thank you so
again,
much.
And thank you for having this time out with us.
Thank you so much.
Conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And that's it on Marketing Edge on TV. Do well to join the same time next week for another interactive time. I'm Ogalia Bikele Mafro. See you again.